weak games. Who is asking about unban request? I'm not sure. I read who is this guy. Okay, so second game, Magnus is white. Probably I'm gonna flip a game because I'm more supporting Nepo, but not only because of this. Previous game, I'm the person who is playing Rui Lopez by white. You know, I'm the person also who used to play Queen's Gambit declined or accepted sometimes, depends on. Catalan. Now we jump to Catalan because there is a g3, white could choose a different system, one of the best is bishop g5 against queen's gambit declined, but it's white's choice. DC one of the best. Here there is a very interesting variation where black could sacrifice an exchange. Not sure I remember the variation, it was very sharp. Doggies, the bound. Person apologized to get unbound. I didn't read who you talk about. Who you talk about, please share the nickname. Is it roller coaster or this guy? How was the other nickname? He changed it several times. Rename. So accept on c4. This is what I am playing with black too. That's why I flipped the board. A6, b5, c5, bishop b7, knight bd7. This is the whole plan of this variation. And if there is a knight to e5, there is a knight c6. Also quite long theory. Bro, let's shave fun. Who's this guy? Bro, let's shave fun. Oh, this was the guy who Nicola Stoitzin banned? Or who banned him? This guy was annoying, like using the speak, like bothering me on the roller coaster. This guy bothering me during the Simo, I think so. I remember this. Logi's first kill. I think Logi's timeout him and Nicola banned him, or if it's the same guy, I don't remember so well. Nicknames. Okay, queen to c2 is the other response. There are two main moves here, or maybe more. I ever lost a game by knight a3 just because I saw this move for the first time in my life, and I decided, I think, to not take the knight. It was some, I think, some Georgian or Armenian. I think Armenian grandmaster play against me knight to a3, so just to know that this is possible. No, Nicola. Nicola timeout and you ban it? Oh, sorry, I didn't see. Maybe I was busy with the simultaneous. So queen to c2. b5. c6. I'm not sure that c6 is the best response in this case. We have much better options like Catalan. Yeah, be ready for the d takes c4. Maybe you can use to play Catalan with c4 a little bit later, something like that, but knight e5 directly. Queen c2, here white is already worse after this move, it's showing the PC. Our friend Mr. Stockfish. So after knight d5, another pawn, another extra pawn, even this game. So second game, extra pawn for Nepo, and the same strategy. If you hold on this pawn majority on the queen side part, you're gonna win the game. If you trade off, yeah, a4 unusual, yes. So in this case, you're not able to play a6, of course, because of this cover attack and pin. I'll be able to kick him out and play c6. Maybe quite ugly pawn structure, but extra pawn, if you agree. Now, white is having this classical breakthrough just to take this development initiative, development advantage, followed by, of course, the final goal is to control the center. This is the compensation of white. But I believe black is having enough space for the knight, for other pieces too. Just need to be careful with the e6 weakness. So this is strategy of black. Could be a little bit better than directly c6. By the way, if Magnus capture here, the whole plan is trade off this guy. If you trade off this guy, you have classical mating net on the king side, followed by queen d5, queen h5, knight g4, and attacking h2. This is a very, very standard way. That's why he sacrificed c6. Most of all, this is happening in the other line when white is directly playing knight e5. Okay, here we go. One to three, queen d7. Knight to d3. Homo sapiens. So knight to d3. I have a similar game like this. I had before a similar game like this. The question maybe now could be black is still having extra pawn. Never play f6. Yeah, but this is kicking out your favorite knight, Lucky. Is it knight d3 pretty rush decision? I say rush because your queenside part is still not developed. So what you gonna do with the bishop, knight, and the rook? Even this rook need to be activated. So maybe the most natural continuation gonna be bishop e7, knight to a6. Even both knights are connected. There is no problem with this. b5 is totally protected. There is no problem with the general threat knight e5. So everything looks alright, almost. For knight e6, knight c7, you will never let him to push d5, for instance. Followed by bishop could be also on a6, and this rook on c8, and the other rook on d8. This could be one of my plan. What to do by black. It's a monster knight, okay. Totally agree with you guys, but I have a different question. Can I jump to d3 after 3 moves? Can I jump to d3 after 3 moves? No, I will not flip the board because here I'm black. Hey, Sunny, it's small seal. Jumping on the neck, yes, but guys, I repeat my question that I can jump to d3 after 2 moves, after 3 moves, if you don't really have a protection. How to prevent this, knight d3. No, I'm preventing what I see. Yeah, it's gonna be knight e1. But if you jump to e1, what about my knight activity? Why don't you like steal the knight on b4? Why should it go to d3? It's just a threat. Sometimes threat is more dangerous than attacking even. Because you all the time threat. Opponent is under stress, under pressure. So pressure sometimes is more important than directly step there on his neck. So yes, knight d3, I'm totally agree that it's quite a good move, but it's quite a rush decision, so we can try first to pay attention to development. That's it. Okay. Knight e5 is not possible. Or maybe it is. It's interesting. Okay, knight e4. Oh, looks like Magnus did a mistake with knight e5, little mistake. He could become better after knight f6. G takes f6, bishop h6, for instance. Not better, but even position. Okay, rook f7, knight h4. Some kingside threats, initiative, pin. pieces could be hanging in the end of this open. And what is doing the knight on d3? Currently, not so much. It's again, of course, it's again pressure, but our kingside part maybe indeed more defense, like king h8 and rook g8 will be totally safety. Jude Power criticized Magnus along 93. Completely correct, yeah, completely correct. Yeah, 95. Kind of mistake. At ac5 and now connect the knights. But he let him also to jump to d6. So we have two monsters in this case. The knight on d3 and the knight on d6. Yeah, that's why he's a champion. May confuse the opponent. But Nepo is also giving correct decisions. Now, I'm not sure if you ever see. Blunder is hard to say. Blunder is hard to say. You can blunder like giving up a piece, giving up a huge advantage, huge space, or whatever. So knight takes a4 looks possible. Maybe the problem could be b3, kind of deflection. Knight c3, some initiative. As I see how Carlsen used to play Catalan, I'm playing the same as Black. I told you I play this system by d takes c4, b5, anyway. Of course, I will not play like computer. He can cheat me in every single moment, but... Oh, good night, Kirik. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, b takes e4, knight takes e5. Alright. f4. Knight f7, finally deflect the knight, capture here. It's totally even variation. Totally even, maybe no benefits into the deeper level, but I believe human should accept a4 pawn. In the other case, knight b3 is more pressure, and now winning exchange if he decides to win exchange. Rook b1 looks like not so precise of Magnus. If you decide to sacrifice an exchange, at least try to keep the bishop pair. So that's me, bishop b3. Okay, he's going to take, you retake, but bishop pair is still on the board, and you still have this monster on d6. So, quite good play here. I was watching this game, by the way, very, very carefully. And I saw in many moments that computer is confused, showing +1 for black because of exchange extra. So now c3. To be fair, I didn't understand this move of Nepo. Bishop on a8 is well placed because cover the bishop, avoid any trading off, and in any single moment he tried to push c5, simplify because of exchange extra. Looks like easy strategy, but right now c5 gonna lose too much. c5 gonna lose too much because of this pressure. So I don't really understand the move like c3. So now we have many candidates in the list. What could be Anand didn't understand c3. Not only Anand, Asian, me. I'm not sure I watch out the game by Asian in this moment, but I realized that c3 is just oh, bishop a8 is good. Bishop a8 is good, but I think the boy is more than 2000 rated player. Yeah. Depends of which time control. You can write down his nickname. Check out the current one. So C3. No, he's Derek McCormack. In chess.com, he's Derek McCormack. I think maybe like this, I'm not sure. Yeah. 1775 ever had before. Blitz. Okay. So better suggestions. Yeah, I haven't analyzed some of his games in the past. It was good period. More effort. You have the same Fide rating? Same power, we can organize a match between subs. This will be awesome. Maybe any Christmas competition between subs. Something like that will be nice. So queen e7 maybe looks like the most natural one. Actually, white doesn't really have a threat, so why we should sacrifice when there is not a single threat? Just explain me this. Why we should sacrifice if there is not a single threat? So queen e7, get rid from the pin is the most natural one. How to activate this bishop again? We can, I don't know, we can take once and push c5 or prophylaxis first here. We can do everything. Let's say h4, another empty move, or maybe we can first play a6, cover b5 a little bit, and then being able to trade off the bishops. Okay, let's say he's pushing just something, I don't know. Then you have this activity, then you have this prophylaxis. Let's say he managed to just play something, what is not his style, but okay, even now, I just want to show you the plan. Could be sacrifice. We don't need to take this knight. Let's say we can avoid him, walk around, luring around, or attack e5 instead of sacrifice our golden rook. This is the only one advantage of us, so we don't need to sack the rook. And now I'm thinking about I'm thinking about how to attack e5 or just how to trade off the bishops. Let's say this is not move number one by Asian, but I really love this move because it's simplifying and I feel confident into my converting of advantage here. Strider. Oh yeah. Isn't his nickname Strider 007? Or 009? No, wait, 07. No. It has to be Strider, yeah. 007? Big pain. Hellfish didn't catch your word. This is a dirty word. Yeah. As I mentioned, we can just avoid this. And what is the strategy of black? Guys, you have an extra pawn on the queen side part. So just put all effort in the world, just like this maybe. Just like this, and being able to capture, to push, if it's possible. So you're gonna do this. You don't need to trade off, you don't need to sacrifice. It's much better. So I totally don't really understand c3. Even I was surprised why he used to play c3. And we can actually understand his sacrifice very well. He tried to deflect b pawn of Magnus, and he tried to generate an a pass pawn. this is what was maybe in his mind. And by the way, after c5, you're gonna support your passed pawn. For instance, queen c2. Maybe you should push c5, but now, yeah, this is happening almost like in the game. Queen c2 will be a double attack. Now losing this. Alright, but open up b file, you can go there maybe, but there is a knight c4 counterattack, you cannot go there. You first have to increase the pressure here and think about c5 again. Black is not any more extra pawn, but having a pass pawn. g6 here, protect h7, take. Queen g7, f4, a5. Computer recommend to generate any weakness like f4 because there is no other protection of e5. And then he recommend to push a5, not really care about this capturing. Why a5? I believe one day we want to push b4 and create a clear pass pawn on the queen side part. So finally, black trade-off, but the problem is really the knight is quite good. Wherever he goes, f6, either d6, winning back c5 too. Now he lost pawn after pawn, because there is no regular protection, everything is hanging. These are three isolated pawns, very, very ugly pawn structure of Nepo already. I believe he could do much better before. Why king h3? Because he just get rid from queen c6, trade of the queens. If trade of the queens happen on the board, probably, of course, black will be much better. Finally, sacrifice. And now from opening part with with extra pawn. Now black is having pawn down. Incredible. Black is not so much able to capture. Why black is not able to capture? It's a very, very easy solution because of queen e5, 40. So now, right now, we have position out of opening part with extra pawn. Now we have rook and game with pawn down. Now Nepo should survive because he wasn't so precise and he couldn't use the power of the knight on d3 and he couldn't fight against the knight on d6. Successful. How to make a draw? Trade of the queens, and rook and game is more potential draw than queen. Not queen, but queen and rook and game. Queen c8 is worse than queen f5. Oh, queen f5 is good. Rook and game with one side of the pawns, 3 against 2. Almost there is no way to lose the game. Whites go here. Should be trade of the rooks. Pawn and game probably has to be totally winning for white, but rook and game is totally draw. Let me see if we can find out some tricks. Now g4 is quite risky because there are too many perpetual checks behind, followed by black. Check, check, check. Alright, we have already a pretty even position in the end. They simplify too much. One of the most important moments in the game, I think so, it's not this one, but it's this one exactly. where I cannot see here the time control, I think so, but in my eyes, this is one of the most important moments in the game. Yeah, King H8.